Hi folks, welcome to this week's trading tip. We should have played Prince's Kiss coming into this week's tip because that is the emphasis for this week. Keep it simple, K.I.S, and for those who refuse to do that, keep it simple, stupid, K.I.S.S. No, we would never call anyone stupid. It is very difficult to focus on the simpler strategies, but they are the ones that tend to be the most effective and the most robust. They are the ones that tend to work, whether you're trading grains or whether you're trading the other financial futures, or whether you're trading stocks or whether you're trading bonds. It really doesn't matter. Applying the simpler strategies to those securities tend to work out the best. What you see here is the SPY, the S&P 500 ETF, and what we have on it is our trend spotter lines, the long-term trend spotter lines and the short-term trend spotter lines. The long-term being the red, kind of slower moving, and the short-term being the magenta and yellow, bouncing up through here and then coming back below. And our analysis of the trend spotter lines in this instance would be that we continue to be in a downtrend, and that is defined by the shorter term trend spotter lines being below the longer term trend spotter lines, and for the most part the longer term trend spotter lines are downward sloping. We would be entering a cautious phase, however, because price has rallied from this October low, rallied very strongly up to this 130 level, has since pulled back. And most likely if we put a Fibonacci on here, that pullback would be right around 50%, we would guess. Actually no, it's lowest the 618, but it went right to the 618 and turned around and has gone higher. So it would be time to be, notwithstanding the fact that our rules would not allow us to change our view at the moment of what the trend is, simply because of where the lines are relative to each other, but we would be pretty cautious about taking shorts against this pattern because it has bounced so strongly and put in a low against what is a pretty interesting level, and is now certainly sitting above the longer term trend spotter lines. So that would be the end of our analysis insofar as that goes. We would be on the sidelines and not take a trade in either direction unless we had defined in our trading plan the ability to take quote unquote high risk trades, but we would trade that as such, risking much less of our capital base in that trade. In support of the idea that maybe this downtrend has or is coming to an end, let's take a look at one of the more important stocks that people follow, pay close attention to. We're sure you all recognize this as Google, and Google has at the moment an interesting pattern. It is approaching these most recent highs. It almost made it there last week, Friday in fact, and then it will most likely go after slightly higher level and ultimately this slightly higher level here. So the stock has quite a bit, has a decision to make here, and will likely be making it in the next few days, so it's one to watch very closely. And if you think about it, it has nice support here, right? Because it came right back to these previous highs and reversed, and has since gone high, done nothing but go higher. So it is very, very likely that you'll get a strong decision here. If we played single stocks and we were playing Google, we would be playing this long. We would be long either the 620 or the 630 calls, the short dated calls, because whatever move is going to happen here is going to happen fairly quickly. So we would be long the short dated calls, looking for a pop, or certainly a momentum pop once it can get through these levels, maybe even up to the 660, 665 level. But that'll be interesting to watch. It's either going to do that, or it's going to do an about face when it runs into the sellers who turned it around previously, and head back down. So that'll be very interesting to watch closely over the next week, maybe 2 weeks, to see how that turns out. That's it on this week's tip. We want to remind you guys that we are going to be launching a subscriber drive in the next couple of days. We think we mentioned last week that was going to get launched this weekend, but as life would have it, the two little people who ruled this household decided that was not going to be the case. That said, we are planning to launch that either tomorrow or Tuesday, so be looking out for that. If you are a subscriber on the free trading tip list, you are already entered in the contest. It is possible for you to win. However, pay attention to the homepage when we send it to you, because there will be multiple additional ways for you to add to the chances of you winning. There is no purchase necessary. There is no purchase possible. In fact, that will enhance your probability. This is a sweepstakes giveaway. It is something that we're doing to try to generate some eyeballs and let people know we're here and let people know what we're all about. So it's certainly something that we want you guys to participate in. It's certainly something that we want you guys to participate in when we send it to you. That's it. We hope you guys have had an awesome weekend and are getting ready for an awesome week, the beginning of an awesome week. That's it. We will be talking to you guys in the next couple of days. Be well.